Daniel McCartan here at Radio Row with former New York Giant Justin Pugh. Justin, what's with the outfit today? You got a Canadian tuxedo here in New Orleans?
Yeah, it's a little warm out. I decided the Canadian tuxedo was the best way to kind of chill things down. I'm actually working with Muggsy, a brand that I've worked with and I've worn forever. But they have these denim stretch, so four-way stretch. And when you're a big offensive lineman like me, fluctuating weight like I have, when Joe Shane calls you and said, "Hey, I need you to come share out the couch. You got to put a few more pounds on." These jeans still fit. They make it happen. So I'm a big supporter and fan of Muggsy. It's great when you can find a brand you actually use and you actually love, and then become partners with them after the fact.
Yeah, right. And stretchy jeans are like the women's. Like, I love stretchy jeans. I don't buy non-stretchy jeans. So why not for men?
No one should. Like, everyone knows the problem I'm talking about. Everyone is listening right now. They're shaking their head like, "Yep, I've been there before." Where it was Thanksgiving weekend or the holidays, the jeans might be a little tighter, and it's nice when they had a little give to them.
Yeah, totally. Some football stuff. I know you're into the world of podcasting and you're hustling too, just like me. How have you been able to make the transition from football player to podcaster, knowing what you've experienced as a player then?
Yeah, I mean, relevance is a major thing. So if you're not going to play football, you might as well talk about football. And the media space is obviously the first area that you can go into, but I also am very passionate about like life outside of football for players in terms of business and the brand that they are, whether they know it or not, and the stories that they tell. So we're doing an event with the NFL this year. We're going to be kind of tackling some things around like financial literacy and entrepreneurship, which I'm super excited about. And then I get to tell that through my own media journey. Like, I didn't sign with an agent. I didn't have anybody. I was calling the advertisers. We lost sponsorship and couldn't do the playoffs for my series this year. So it's been that thing where I'm grinding, getting the reps and getting better day in and day out. So I was here really to just go shake hands and meet people, and it's just been a great opportunity to work with Muggsy and kind of continue to work those brands into the equation.
Everything you're saying, it completely resonates. I understand the hustle. Yeah. Seriously.
You have to. You have to be able to grind, start at the bottom of the totem pole, no task too small, and just work your way up.
That's right. That's exactly right. And that's the athlete mentality. I mean, seriously. But some football stuff. The offensive line, we'll talk there because that's your expertise. Yeah. That's where you played. People call me up on the Fan all the time. They're like, "Yo, the Giants should have never got rid of Saquon." And I always come back with, and I never played the position. You tell me. But he probably, I don't know, he may not have had that success with the New York Giants because the offensive line of Philly is just, it's better right now.
But the question goes to why are they better? And it's like Philadelphia actually spends more money than most teams in the NFL. Howie Roseman attacks the team building better than any GM in football, which pains me to say because I'm a New York Giant guy. And he has put a very talented roster, and he's always making moves. And Saquon's another one. Everyone was devaluing the running back position, and he's like, "I see value there. I'm going to pay a running back this amount of money." And look, all the teams that went out and paid running backs that were getting discarded, you think Saquon, you think Derrick Henry, you think Joe Mixon, you think Josh Jacobs. Every one of those teams helped get their teams into the playoffs. So the running back market, now people are going to start probably paying a little bit more, and you're going to see a run on the running back market. And then you're going to see Howie Roseman selling and going and getting running backs like he did before. He finds value at all times, and that is something that people talk about. Yeah, the Giants couldn't do it, but the Giants don't spend like the Eagles spend. Their philosophy of building a roster is just different, and that's not good, bad, or indifferent. It is what it is. Joe Shane has a philosophy. He's sticking to it, and that's the good and the bad. It's why you hire someone to do that job. And I think if the Giants had a young quarterback coming into this year with Saquon, it's a good place and a good position to put that guy in. Right. But, again, they weren't going to go into the playoffs this year, so I'm happy for Saquon as a former teammate and a friend that he's having the opportunity to have this success. And the Eagles have longevity. The coaches have been around. Jeff Stoutland, the offensive line coach, and his philosophies have been there for over a decade. So the Eagles are doing the same thing. They're speaking the same language. The Giants or other teams like the Jets, how many coaches have been turned over? How many guys have walked in and walked out? Right. The Eagles do a good job of retaining their homegrown talent and then going in and adding in those supplemental pieces through free agency, like A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley. So it's going to make it even sweeter, though, when my Giants go and they win their next Super Bowl because of how competitive the NFC East has been.
I mean, Commanders, Eagles, seriously, the Giants are going to have a hard time, I think, next year.
Well, hey, we go hit on our Jaden Daniels is right next to us, too, and everyone's over there right now. But if you find your Jaden Daniels and you have the team and you start building around, you can quickly ascend, and the future can get bright very quickly. So there's some quarterbacks here. I think I saw Shedeur walking around and Travis Hunter. So we'll see what happens in the draft.
Where would you want the Giants to go? I say no quarterback. I think this team is farther than a quarterback away. What do you think?
Yeah, I think best player available is right. I think you look at a guy like Abdul Carter, you look at Travis Hunter. I think those are two names that you like a lot. Obviously, you go offensive line again. I mean, offensive line depth is something you can never have enough of. Obviously, it called me off the couch to come jump in. So I just think that they're there are definitely some areas the Giants can address, but I always think building through the defensive line. If you have the best D-line in football, it's how the Giants have always won.
Yep.
It's how the Eagles won. It's how the Seattle Seahawks won with their team. Unless you have Mahomes, I think building through the D-line is the way to do it.
Oh, interesting. There's a lot of people that also are tweeting me and calling me up and like, hey, I really love Saquon, but I can't root for the Eagles, can I? What are your thoughts as a Giant?
Yeah, I mean, I'm also grew up in Philadelphia, so I also, like my friends and family, I want the Chiefs to win. My heart tells me I want the Chiefs to win. Patrick Mahomes is one of the best to ever do it, but then I think the Eagles have the more talented team.
Yeah.
And every year I go team over quarterback, and Patrick Mahomes proves me wrong. I want the Chiefs to win. I think the Eagles win, though.
You want the Chiefs, you think the Eagles. Yeah, all right. I'm leaning towards the magic of Patrick Mahomes, though. I mean, I was reading an article on the plane coming here. Then some guy, I don't know where or what, because there were so many articles I had open, but the clutch stats of Patrick Mahomes are better than that of Tom Brady's.
I mean, if you look at the first 8-9 years in the league, Patrick is better in every category
Yes.
than Tom.
Yes.
So, look, longevity is a major thing of Tom's success. Can Patrick do it for another 12, 13, 14 years? I don't know if that is true, but we'll see. I mean, what he's done so far, he'll be the best quarterback in a 10-year span in NFL history if he wins tomorrow or Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, my days are all mixed up too. All right, anything else?
Just getting back to it, seeing what the new year brings.
All right, 2025 is our year.
Exactly. Appreciate it. Thank you.
you.
See you guys later.